Yo, what's happening? Today, I want to talk to you guys about things that will influence you when you're trying to set up your morals and principles. So, say if you watched my video before where I'm telling you guys men need to have morals and principles, you have to have something that you stand on. If you've seen that video, then you're probably now trying to figure out, okay, what are my morals and principles? What is something that I stand on? The first thing I want to tell you guys is do not rush into trying to figure out your principles. This is a thing that happens over time. You get a new principle once you go through a situation. You see, you can't. I'm not saying you can't do it, but I'm not gonna say I recommend it either. That you just sit down and this is a principle. This is a principle. It's something that's kind of unwritten and it's kind of written on your heart. You know, something that's written in your DNA. Like your morals and principles are something that you're just gonna stand on inherently, like you just naturally don't like something, or some things can be learned. I'm not saying everything is just a natural inclination, but some things can be learned. And that's what I'm saying. It takes time. You're not just, I'm not gonna say you can't, but let me choose my words correctly. I'm not gonna recommend that you just sit down and write out all your principles or something like that. Just let them come over time as you're going through situations. So that's the first thing. Don't try to rush and do this. If you can't think of all of them, that's fine. Just over time, pick them up and stand on them. So that's number one. Number two is if you're and I guess this video is kind of for younger guys who haven't already experienced much and they're trying to figure out their principles. I'm not saying that it's only for young guys, because if you're older and you haven't, you realize, hey, I really don't have any morals or principles or anything I stand on, then yeah, this is for you too. But the main thing is, and this is really for anybody, this one here, watch the people that are around you. Watch the people that you hang with. Understand that I get that you need social interaction, and these are probably the closest people to you, or maybe these are the only people you know or whatever at the moment or whatever. But be careful with those people that are around you. Because if you're around company that is going against what you believe or what you feel that you should be doing, you see what I'm saying? Like if these people go against that and they're always trying to get you to do something that you really don't want to do, like inside you really don't want to do it, but technically these are your dogs, then those people, you shouldn't be around those people. You shouldn't be around people who are going to bring you down as far as your principles and your morals go. You shouldn't, and that's why I say you shouldn't bend for anybody when it comes to that. So if you're with people and just say your homeboys, like you got four homeboys and two of them are thieves, right? They go to the store, they steal stuff from people, whatever, steal out of people's cars, whatever, right? And you and they want you to go to the store with them. Going to the store with them means that you could possibly get wrapped up in whatever they got going on, because these folks going in here to steal. You need to say no. Like, I'm not going in with you. I'm not going in with y'all. If we all go to the store, y'all go in first. I'll be in later. I'm not with y'all. Y'all don't know me when we in here. Because if y'all get hemmed up, I'm not going to be the one with you. I don't know you. And that's what you need to explain to them. Like, bro, I don't like what y'all be on. I'm not saying that, you probably really shouldn't be hanging with them. I'm not telling you not to hang with them though, because they thieves. You may feel like they won't steal from you, but I'm like, the situation just not dire enough. Situation get dire enough, yeah, they'll steal from you. But right now they cool and they just try to get something from the store. So they might not be stealing from you, but you gotta understand, man, people that are around you that do things that you're not with, that is just going to bring you down because you're not with it. You see what I'm saying? You're not feeling right with that. And I know you're like, well, that's them, that ain't me. And I get that. But you should be around people who are what you want to be. You see? Like, I'm not saying be around people who are what you are. I'm saying being around people who are what you want to be. That way, you're around things that you want to be around. You're around people that you want to be around. You're seeing things, you're doing things that you want to do to get to wherever you're trying to get to in life. So find those people. And this is where you have to get your social skills up. You got to get out there, go to groups and all this type of stuff, whatever, meet them online, it don't matter. But find people that are doing what you want to do and get with those people. Figure out their habits, figure out what they do, figure out what their principles are. I'm not saying you need to adopt their principles. Just see what did they do? How did they get to that point? Just look, see what's going on with them. That's what's going to get you right. Being around people that's doing what you want to do, that's what's going to get you right. And when I say that, it's a difference between like wanting stuff out of life. Like you want a house, you want a car, you want a family, all that stuff is great. And you want these material things, right? That's fine. There's nothing wrong with having a desire to have some nice stuff. My thing is, if the person that has what you want is, if they're a type of person who is all about the material stuff, they're always trying to, and if somebody gets something better than them, they're trying to, like, oh, I don't see how you got that. I'm trying to get that too. I'm about to go get that too. If it's that type of person where every time something happens, they're always worried about material stuff. They're always trying to get the next material thing. They're always trying to get the, and it's just like, that's what consumes them. They'll do anything to get it. And you see them, you're looking at them and they're doing whatever to get it. I would recommend that you stay away from that person, because that person it's not that he's just doing what he's trying to do because that's what he feels like he needs to do. He's doing whatever he has to do to get whatever that is. And that person, that type of person, is the type of person that's going to lead you astray. If you're hanging with that guy, and sure, most of the time, like his regular day job and all that stuff is stuff that you're like, yeah, that's cool. That's what I'm trying to get to, but you see that he's doing shady stuff on the side, making side deals, trying to get some extra cheese on the top. And then, you hanging with this guy, one day he gonna ask you to do something that you're not gonna want to do, because you're like, hold on, that's not part of the reason why I'm hanging with you. But he's gonna want you to do something. It's kind of like, and sometimes it ain't even that. Sometimes it's just, you'll feel like you need to do something, or it's boredom of not being able to do nothing or something like that. It's a lot of things. Like, think of it like this. If your partners, if you around all your partners, say you, same scenario, you got 4 partners, all 4 of them partners smoke weed. You don't smoke weed. You don't do nothing. You sober. And they smoke weed. At some point, if you're always hanging around, that's your dogs, you roll with them, that's it. You're going to hit that blunt. You're going to hit that at least once, because it's not even so much of you stand on your morals and principles. It's just, you around it so much that you just going to try it one time. Like, it just happens. It's not no, you know what I'm saying? And it ain't even no they withered you down or nothing like that. It's just going to be, all it takes is one time, one time you being bored, or one time you like, man, like it's something going on and you like, yeah, man, like that's just really what it is, man. So that's why I always tell you, man, be careful who you around, be careful what you're around. Don't let any of that influence you. When you're making your morals and principles, if they don't fit in, they don't fit in. You have to be, and I made a video about this, you have to be able to be alone, man. You have to be able to be alone. If these people that you hanging with now, once you start getting your principles in order, if they not fitting into these principles and these morals, then you're going to have to let them go. I'm not saying cut them all the way off. I'm saying I can't hang with you the way I used to hang with you. If you want to cut them all the way off, do that. I'm not telling you not to. I'm just saying, I know when it's your people, it's hard to, it take time before y'all got to grow apart. You can't just cut them off. You got to grow apart. They got to see that you really not with what they own. And once they see that, they're going to be like, he changed. Really, you know what I'm saying? You probably did. Or if you didn't, you just showing them the true you now at this moment, But That's what I'm saying, man. Be careful with who you hanging with and all that and whatnot. Another thing, when you're making your morals and principles, like when you're trying to decide, you have to be sober. You can't do that under the influence of anything. Like, you're trying to see you. Who am I? Once you start drinking, smoking, popping, whatever, once you start doing that, you're not you anymore. Your mind state alters. You're not the same person. You're going to do stuff that you wouldn't normally do if you were sober. So you can't make any real decisions under the influence. You can't. So you need to chill on that. Stop. And I'm not saying stop for a day and then try to do it all in one. No. Stop for a minute. Let all that get out of your system. However long it takes to get whatever you've been doing, alcohol, whatever it is, to get your blood alcohol level back to normal, wait for that amount of time before you do anything else. So once you completely stopped, you know what I'm saying? If you need to withdraw, do your little dosage or whatever. I don't know how that works. Figure that out. Don't just cold turkey it, because you know your body might go into shock or whatever. I don't know. I'm not no doctor. But I'm not telling you to cold turkey. I'm telling you to stop. However you need to do that. If you need to cut it down or whatever the procedure is for you to stop, do that. Chill. Wait for everything to get back to normal. When it's normal, that's when you make your morals and principles, because that is when you're you. You're not under the influence anymore. You're you. So do that. Once you do that, then go ahead and try to see what's going on. Do it while you're sober, man. Don't be under the influence, because you're not making the decision that you would make if you weren't under the influence. All right. So handle that. Last but not least, the main thing, when you're creating morals and principles that you're going to stand on, understand that you should want to treat others how you want to be treated. That's like, you hear that when you're a kid. Treat everybody how you want to be treated. And that's a true statement. Do to others what you want done to you. You see what I'm saying? Don't try to make it one way where you can do whatever, but you don't want them doing that to you. That is what's going to have you sit morally the way you want. You're going to sit the way you want. Because it's like, I'm not going to do anything to you that I wouldn't want done to me. And that's what's going to help you grow, because you're going to understand, like, yeah, what I used to do, the way I used to handle that was wrong, because I wouldn't want me handled like that. So that's pretty much it, man. When you create your morals and principles, just, make sure you're sober, make sure you do not hang around the wrong crowd so that they don't influence your principle, even though you really don't feel like that. Just get rid of all your distractions when you're doing your principles. It's only you and the Most High matter. That's it. If it ain't come from the Most High, you really shouldn't be worried about it. You know what I'm saying? You and the Most High, that's it. If it ain't come from that, then it's not, you shouldn't be accepting it as anything, but yeah, get rid of the drugs and the alcohol. Get rid of any negative people that aren't standing on what you feel. You see, whatever it is that's in you, if they ain't with it, you need to not take any advice from them about what principles and how you should stand. If you ain't with that you know what I'm saying, that thug life, and they telling you no snitching, they telling you this stuff, but I ain't doing none of that anyway. So, you ain't with it. You like, hey man, if they ask me, I'm telling them. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it is, if that's what you own, that's what you own. Be on that. That's what I'm saying. Be you. That's it, man. That's it. Watch who you keep around you. Watch who you letting influence your decisions, your principal decisions. Stay sober, bro, and treat everybody like you want to be treated, man. That's it. I'm out. Peace.